So there's a lot of misconceptions and myths about print on demand that I've heard all the time, and I wanted to use this video to talk about them and answer them. As someone that has been doing print on demand for a very long time, I think a lot of people use these misconceptions and myths to kind of stop them. They use them as excuses to not do print on demand. So I'm going to answer all of these and hopefully help you, if you're new to print on demand, know what's going on. And if you are in print on demand, let me know in the comments if you agree with any of these that I'm talking about, or if you heard any of these. So let's start off with number one, and that is you need money to start print on demand. I've heard this one over and over again. A lot of people think that you need money to make money, and that is not the case for print on demand. It's one of the few businesses that you actually don't need any money to start. So there are print on demand places like Shopify and Etsy that do cost money to start, but there are other print on demand places like TeePublic and Redbubble and Amazon, if you can get in, that don't take any money to start. It's absolutely free to start an account. You just have to sign up, sign with your name, and follow the instructions, and it doesn't take any money, zero money to start. You may think it takes money to actually get designs made. Well, you can do this in Canva for yourself, and there's a free version of Canva that you can use for that, and there's lots of free apps out there like Photopea, and I have a whole list of them in my digital downloads page. I'll share that with you as well. All the assets that you can use for free to start with print on demand. As you get income and more, you may want to use that income to use applications that cost money like Kiddo and Illustrator and Affinity Designer. But when you start, you don't have to start with anything. You can absolutely start with no money down, signing up for print on demand sites that are free and using applications that are free. Myth number two is it's too late to start print on demand and there's too much competition and it's saturated. I've heard this all the time, and partly it's true. It's not too late, but there is a lot of competition out there. It is kind of saturated, at least it's more saturated than it was before, but it doesn't mean that you cannot make any money with print on demand. A lot of people like to use this as an excuse not to start print on demand. The best time to start print on demand, yes, was probably 10 years ago, but you can still start today and make a lot of money. The reason why a lot of people that are making lots of money have been doing it for 5 years, and it's not just because it was better 5 years, but it takes that long to actually make money. So print on demand does take time to make money. It's not a get rich quick business. So those that started 5 years ago, you're starting to see them make money now. If you're starting now, just realize that it might take you 3 to 5 years to start making the kind of money that you're seeing people who have been doing it for 5 years to make. To answer the question about saturation and competition, there's always going to be competition, there's always going to be saturation, but no one can predict what's going to happen in a couple of years, and so you can still capitalize on things that are going to happen in the future, big events that are happening, holidays, trends that we don't know about yet. There's still room to do those kinds of things, and there's so many topics out there that people have not been designing for. There's lower topics or topics that are not as saturated. You just have to go and look for them because everybody's trying to get to the big topics, the big ones being holidays and things that are trending right now. But there's still a ton of opportunity for smaller topics and lots of big audiences that can buy those things as well. So it is going to take a lot more research to find those, but print on demand as a whole is definitely not saturated everywhere. Maybe the big topics, but there's still lots of money to be made with print on demand. Myth number three is you can't make any money or enough money on print on demand. And a lot of people like to use this one so that they can sell something else and tell you to do something else. You're going to hear this all the time. And this really isn't true. Like I said before, it does take time to make that money. And so a lot of people who do it for 3 to 6 months may not feel like they're making any money because it takes a long time. There's other reasons why you may not be making money with print on demand as well. First of all, you may not have enough products out there. Those people who make a lot of money on print on demand usually have a lot of products. I have over 12,000 different designs on Amazon Merch on Demand, and that's because I've been doing it for a while. Another reason that we talked about why you may not be making enough sales or making enough money is you're in the wrong niche or topic. Remember, some of those niches are saturated, so you're going to have to dig down and niche down and find some of these niches that nobody is doing, these topics that have very low competition, and usually those can help you get more sales. And if you're doing all of those things, I would actually look at your designs. Are your designs things that people actually want to buy? That's very important. You can't just put up all kinds of designs and expect to get sales. You need to actually design things that people want to buy and spend their money on. And lastly, if you're hitting a wall and you're constantly making the same amount of money and can't seem to get more, it's because you're doing the same things over and over. And if you want to get more money, you're going to have to do something different, learn and grow and focus on something else, and maybe put more energy into a thing that's actually working, or try and find something else that's working. And that's the whole thing with print on demand. You're going to have to create more and more and learn and grow and be able to hit those next levels. So the fourth myth is all print on demand sites are the same. And this is actually not true. All print on demand sites are different. They have different audience, they have different traffic, they have different ways to make money. In fact, some of them are actually better than others at getting you more sales. And the reason why most people like to talk about Amazon and Etsy is because they have so much more traffic, and because of that traffic, they have the ability to actually get more eyeballs on their products if it's a good product and get more sales. So other print-on-demand sites don't have as much traffic as those do, and they have slightly different audiences. Another thing that people like to say is you should do Shopify, and the reason Shopify is really appealing is that you don't have any competition. So with all these other sites, they're big marketplaces and they have lots of competition because it's really easy and people want to do that. But Shopify doesn't have competition. If you can drive your own traffic, then you can get all of those eyeballs on your thing and not have somebody pick something else when they're on your site because you own the website. So definitely not all print-on-demand sites are the same. And you're going to have to look at each one and figure out which one is the best for you. Do you want the traffic which comes with the competition, or do you want to do something else with less competition but maybe less profit, or do you want to spend money on getting traffic and trying to get your own stuff out there and build a brand with Shopify or something like that? Myth number 5 is you can only get sales with ads, and that is absolutely not true. Ads do help. Ads are a tool, but you definitely have to focus on design first. So ads are only going to get you eyeballs, right? So if you can't design something that people actually want to buy, those ads are not going to magically get people to buy your stuff. First, you need to find something that people, or design something that people actually want to buy. Focus on that first. And this is for any print-on-demand site. So if you're starting for free, like on TeePublic, make sure you learn from TeePublic, go to their site, kind of find out what kinds of audience they have, what kind of things are popular, the topics, and design for that and make something that people actually want to buy. And then the traffic on TeePublic, for example, will get you those sales. You don't necessarily need the ads to push that to get you sales because you've created something that people want and you're getting the traffic from the pod site. So same thing with Amazon, same thing with Etsy. Concentrate on the design first. Make sure that it's something that the audience wants to buy and do that instead of just throwing ads at it. Once you figure that out though, ads can really help you get more sales because you'll get more traffic and more eyeballs on it, and hopefully the eyeballs are the people that actually want to buy that thing that you made. Myth number 6 is, it goes along with number 5, is that advertising on social media doesn't work. And this is partly true, and that's because social media isn't made for advertising. People know if you're trying to advertise or sell them on social media. Social media is actually to build an audience and to give. So concentrate on that first. Make sure that you're actually giving some value, and what that means is you're either making something entertaining or something educational or something that people actually gravitate to. You want to build your audience on these social media platforms and give them something and build the audience. Social media is for building audiences. That's basically it. You want to if you're going to use it right, is to share and be social and build your audience, not to advertise. So if you're starting off your social media account with buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, people are not going to follow you and you're not going to have a good reach. So what I would say instead is to build your audience by giving them good value. Post things that are very valuable to your audience that you're trying to build. If you're trying to build a dog audience that loves dogs, make sure to give value about that topic. If you're trying to build an outdoors brand or niche, make sure to give value about those topics, either entertaining or educational. Give. Do 100 posts of giving before you ask, can you please buy my stuff, or share your merch or whatever it is. So partly true, I guess, but it's because you're not doing it right. You're not doing social media right in the way that it's supposed to be used for. Myth number 7 is it's a numbers game. Print on demand is a numbers game. And we hear this all the time, and it's partly true, but taken out of context and only saying it's a numbers game isn't 100% true. What we said before, or what I said before, is that you have to concentrate on creating good designs for the customer. That is number 1. Once you figure that out, then it's a numbers game. But just throwing up 100 designs or 10,000 designs or 100,000 designs of things that nobody wants to buy will still get you 0 sales, right? So you still need to create designs that people actually want to buy. And this is why you do the research first and create and test and get data back. Once you can figure out that people want to buy stuff, you can make more and more of those things. And then it becomes a numbers game. Then you can say, well, this one thing sold for me, I'm going to make 10 more of these or 100 more of these kinds of things. I found an audience that wants to buy my stuff. I'm going to make more of this kinds of things. But just clearly putting 100 things out there without knowing if it's going to sell or not, that is not helpful for you and not helpful for the buyer. And lastly, myth number 8, it's all AI out there. There's no chance for artists. Well, actually, I've been doing AI art since January, and what I've seen on Amazon, Redbubble, and TeePublic so far is that there's not a lot of AI stuff out there. Yes, people can use AI. Yes, it can help create designs and make it faster. But what I've been seeing is AI isn't taking over anything. AI is a tool to help you create graphics or maybe even create designs, but you still have to do the research to figure out if those designs are something people actually want to buy. You still have to take out the background and upscale and actually make it look like a t-shirt if you're designing t-shirts, or make it look good on the product that you're trying to sell. AI by itself is not taking over print on demand, at least not for right now. I haven't seen it happen. Actually, what I've seen and what has been working for years and years are for people who actually do their own art. So places like Stephen Rhodes or Illustrata or David Olenek, who have this hand-drawn style that is their own, that makes their brand, you know their thing because they're branded. They have their own style, and that is actually what I've seen make people get more sales and grow their business and create a brand that lasts a lot longer. So AI can be a great tool. It's not at any point right now taking over print on demand. In fact, I think if it will be a combination, what I think is going to be a combination of someone who has artist mind with AI and can make something new and innovative and can build their brand around that, that's going to win. So there you go. Those are the 8 myths that I've hopefully busted with print on demand. Let me know in the comments what you think about these. Do you agree with these? Have you heard of these before? Are these helpful for you with print on demand if you're new to this? I also have a video that I made recently about 25 different design styles. I'm going to put that right here. It's been really helpful. A lot of people like it and can help with your design if you're creating designs for print on demand, especially for t-shirts. Thanks again for watching. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.